should I say, good morning to everyone. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you this morning. And you know, I always promise to get these off to you before I turn in. Today was a really busy day for me, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But before I do that, I want to welcome our new subscribers. And if you are new, well, go ahead and take your phone, scan that QR code with your camera. And what that's going to do is it's going to direct you to my link tree. What the heck is that? My link tree is linktr.ee/JOHNCMORLEY serial entrepreneur, SERIALENTREPRENEUR. And you'll see all the great stuff I'm involved with, lots of great free content. So definitely do that, subscribe. And, if you're coming back, well, welcome back. It's great to have my loyal subscribers here. And I hope that many of my new people will become subscribers as well. If you're wondering what the heck we're talking about, well, every week we have a series for those of you that are new. And each day we explore a different caveat or specific area of that main topic. And yes, today we are talking about how and why we should be grateful. We're in episode 4, so we usually have 7 episodes for the week. And on Saturday, we start all over again. So first of all, to tell you why I'm recording a little late today, I want to share that with you. So first thing, if you guys are in the Bergen, Morris, Passaic County area, I'm actually in a play again. Flow Follies is having, through the seasons, it's a play. And so we're doing our tech week, which is rehearsal from like 6 to 10 almost every night this week. And then tonight I had another thing that happened. One of my clients, you guys know that I my company handles Wall Street. And we had to take care of something right after my practice. So I went out and just finished that up and just got back from the data center just a little while ago. So wanted to get this done before I turn in. And then tomorrow morning, I'm up pretty early because I have today, it's actually Ash Wednesday, and I'm actually reading. But what I want to share with you is something very interesting, and that is gratitude. All right. So I told you about gratitude. So if you I take off my ring every night and put it on every morning. So I'm taking it off right now. And I'm going to go through my gratitude. So hopefully this helps you a little more. So this morning, I'm going to be grateful that I got up, grateful that I'm breathing, I'm alive, I had a good breakfast. I'm grateful that I had a good lunch. I had a really good lunch today. I had chicken noodle soup, and then I had a Philly cheesesteak wrap. And that was kind of my lunch and my dinner. And I'm also very grateful because in addition to all this happening, today was the first night that we got to run through Tech Night with mics and sound, and it was really pretty good. A few little tweaks we had to make, but it was really a great feeling to be in there. So I'm grateful to be in this play. And another thing I want to share with you about being grateful in my life today is I made a connection today. I was a neighbor for a business that I've known for quite a long time. And I don't know how or why, but I went in there and just was talking about the charity that I run. And they were just so interested in what I was doing. They're already a member. And I was asking if they wanted to be a part of the float. And they said yes. And they gave me a check to my chamber. And I was so grateful for that. And then I met their two, one is a son, and then they've got a nephew. And I met them and we were talking. And then this other gentleman came in the store. And he came in the store. They have like a deli store. And I came in the back of the store and we were talking and learned that he goes to the same church that I'm part of. And it was very interesting. And so we were talking about, how do we build more business? How do we get more people to be aware? Because our town is so busy, but they don't take a moment. We were joking that if a fire broke out, not seriously, our neighbor wouldn't even come over to help us because they're so out of touch. And so I said, well, how do we connect? And he says, well, I said, I put signs up in the store all the time, but nothing happens. I said, maybe we should do something like in the store. He says, yeah, now you got it. You should have a table in here, like a promo or something. I said, well, that's good. I said, maybe I should buy everybody a cup of coffee if they come and talk to me about the chamber. So I got that great idea that we're going to do in a few weeks. I'm also very grateful that we launched the chamber's. It's called Axe Throw and Eats networking event. Very grateful for that. I'm grateful that we have 5 people already signed up in the event. So that is really, really cool. I'm grateful today that my team and I had finished the final touches on this brochure for one of my companies that I own. And so I was grateful to see that. And in addition to that, I'm really grateful today we finished a video to launch. It's a promo for this chamber event. So I'm grateful for that. But you know what I'm really grateful for? I was driving home tonight. And again, it's getting home like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm pulling into my complex. And when I do that, I notice there's a deer in front of me. So I go a little further and he doesn't move. I go a little further, he still doesn't move. So I decide to back up a little bit. Then I see a deer all of a sudden running around the side of my car. And I'm sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, these deer are not moving. How am I going to get home? How am I going to get to do the show? How am I going to get to bed? And I said, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I said, this is a little crazy, but I got to get back to where I live and I got to hop there. How am I going to get there? So I decided to park in another parking lot, which is a little bit away from where I live. Not too far, but a little bit. And the next thing I do is I realize that I've got to get to where I live. And so I walk through this one garage where I live and get through it. And then it's just as I'm at the end of the garage, I see the deer still up in that place where I couldn't turn. And so I make the decision to cross the garage, go inside the garage, and then get into my building. Well, I start to walk out slowly. And as soon as I start to walk out, you saw the deer just kind of scatter away. So what does that mean? Well, deer is very synonymous with some very interesting things in life. And I'm not sure if you guys know that or not. But a deer has it has a lot of meaning, right? What does it mean when you see a deer? It has a spiritual meaning. Deer roam the forest, the plains, and the bushes, all over the place. But a deer represents, and I want to quote, inner peace, tranquility, gentleness, intuition, graceful action, and self-awareness. Still quoting, they have a strong spiritual connection as they are aware of subtle energies happening all around them. They can also represent your deeper connections with your close family and friends, bringing unconditional love, belonging, and community to the forefront. So a deer has a very unique energetic meaning. A deer is actually a good omen. Okay. Deers can show up in our lives as synchronistic moments. And I guess at this moment tonight, I was tuned into a spiritual message. And the first thing I'm saying is, what does this mean? That was the first thing that was going through my head. So a deer represents unconditional love, being gentle, peaceful, to trust in your inner wisdom and your intuition. They're very energetically sensitive. And so you attract a deer in your life. It's a sign that you have a caring and a compassionate spirit. That was amazing to me. So what does it mean if a deer is approaching you? So if a wild deer approaches you, this is a sign that your spiritual centers are active and you have a high vibration that they're attracted to. This is often in response to someone who's very gentle, compassionate, and nurturing. They will only approach someone that they feel is safe and that you are a secure place to seek food, comfort, and care. It's a sign that you have a strong sense of balance. So deer are attracted to people who have a strong sense of seniority. Now, a meaning of seeing a deer while driving. So when you see a deer while driving, which is what was happening to me, um, it's a little exciting. It's also dangerous, right? The deer could jump in front of the car. It can harm the driver as well as themselves. So I didn't know what was going to happen. I just was trying to take it easy. And the message from seeing the deer while driving is just to slow down, to find an inner balance within. Maybe you're going too fast in one area, or you're missing out on the subtleties of life in other areas. It's a sign that you need to break out of what they call the autopilot mode and pay attention to everything happening around you. So many times in life, we get stuck in automatic comforts and decisions, giving our power away to other people. But if you stay alert and you're able to slow down, you can help keep yourself on track and yourself more secure. So if you see a deer while driving, it may just be a sign to stop and connect with nature. And we can gain a lot from that. But mine was very interesting. Mine was the meaning of a deer staring at me. And if a deer stares at you for a long period of time, this is a sign that you have a strong intuition and the ability to connect and read other people's emotions. So deers are similar to horses. They have a strong sense to energetic auric fields, and they sense telepathic knowing what others are thinking and feeling. So if you feel the energy and emotions of others, and you can often sense what other people are feeling, a deer staring at you is confirmation that they are recognizing this quality in you. This is blowing me away tonight. So you could decide to strengthen your psychic sight or intuitive communication if you notice that the deer constantly shows up in your life and stares at you often. I have to tell you something. I've been coming in contact with deer in the last few months, like 3-4 times. And I would always see them once in a blue moon, but I'm seeing them a lot closer to me. Now, what does it mean when a deer crosses your path? It's a sign that a new adventure is awaiting you. How about the deer in my yard? It means that the yard is connected to the auric layer of our bodies and our root chakra, and we feel safe and protected and grounded. Deers are creatures of the forest. So, is a deer an angel? Deers are extremely observant and aware of subtle energies around them. They don't venture near areas where they feel in danger. They also gravitate and are influenced by high vibrational spirit. So if the sighting of a deer occurs with a synchronistic sign, especially repeating numbers, and I just realized something. I saw the deer today at 1:34 in the morning. That's a sign. And the sign that I got, I just realized, is that I'm protected and that all my loved ones are protected. So it's an angel message showing unconditional love, a new union, forgiveness, a deep compassion. The angels may be trying to tell me something. A deer regarding my soulmate, or to give me just reassurance that I'm not alone. And I might be about to connect with someone or a community of people. This is really deep. I'm not going to give you all the things. I don't want the cat out of the bag, but I'm working on a very large event. And a few months ago, I had come in contact with someone that gave me a number to this kid that ran this place or kind of worked there, but he never got back to me. So I was talking to another member of the chamber, and I said, "Gee, I'm trying to get in this place, but I knew somebody, but now we don't really have a connection with them. It was a kid." And he's like, "I think I can help you." He gives me a contact, his phone number, his cell phone number of a guy that runs the whole entire communication for this complex. And today I called him at his office, and he just happened to be there to answer the phone. I believe that was destiny. This is a man that doesn't talk to just everybody. And when I told him that I knew this person, he was very willing to talk with me. I know that that was destiny. And when I asked him certain things and he was willing to do things, I was like, wow. So I'm very grateful for that. So those with a deer as their spirit animal are very compassionate. That's pretty amazing. This blew me away. And right now, if I'm just to look at that deer, I'm getting a chill inside me right now. I couldn't see the whole body of the deer as much, but I saw his head. I saw his ears. I saw his eyes. I saw his nose. And he was just looking at me like he's looking at me now in this picture. Deers don't trust easily. Deers are brought into people's lives to encourage them to develop intuitive gifts and energetic sensitivities and the power to help and heal people. I got to be honest, friends. That deer came into my life tonight and it caused me to alter my path. So, what I did is I parked my car a little bit away. And when I got close to home and I just started to, maybe I should have walked, but I ran across. I was a little bit fearful of what the deer was going to do. And I went across. As soon as I did that, they all just took off. The deer was just looking in my eyes. I am very grateful for that moment tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very grateful. But having that deer stare at me means I have strong intuition. So these signs, when you get a deer, that's not something everybody sees in their life. And I know that if I keep seeing deer, I know that I'm protected. I just don't want them to be right by my driveway so I could get in. But this deer was very gentle, and if I didn't move, he would have stayed there all night looking at me. But I needed to get home. Just looking at his eyes and his ears and his nose. he had this spark. It was almost like he was validating the things that I'm now doing in my life. These ideas that I came up with today with the help of some other people, why did I have them before? So I think what I have to say on this is that I wasn't ready before. I wasn't ready. And now I'm in spiritual alignment that a deer feels comfortable to just show up in my life. That's bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. That is so bizarre. And I do want to let you know we have two moderators here tonight. We've been blocking lots of content from Twitter, from Twitch, from a lot of different platforms. We've asked these platforms to block people that are known spammers. So, for example, if you have a name that might have digits that are repeating, that's not a valid person. That'll get blocked. And so I can't believe how this happens, how this deer showed up. But I do want to let you know, like I said, so we have cut our spam way, way down. But tonight, I had an epiphany moment. I had a connection with nature in a way that I've never had this connection before. So that is something, ladies and gentlemen, that I am eternally grateful for. And I know, starting tomorrow, that I am going to be more aware of signs I see in the universe. I'm always very positive. I do a lot of things, but now I think I've come to the point where I've got more of an intuition, something I've been working on my whole life, but I feel like it's just kind of calling me. And I know this sounds crazy. Sounds absolutely crazy. So develop an attitude of gratitude. Develop a ritual like I did. I put a ring on every morning, take it off every night. And I'm grateful, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you. We've reached over 150 people. One of my other channels has close to almost 1,500, 2,000 downloads. Everyone in this world is connected. And if you're trying to do something to help another, pathways will open up. If you're trying to do something to harm or hurt another, you're going to find yourself running into challenges. Comment below, like, support, share this video out, tag it to your friends, colleagues, and associates, and share it out. And then go to youtube.com, type my name, John space C space MRLEY space serial entrepreneur, and look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. Below that, make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We will be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new staff and facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content available. I am extremely grateful to be with you guys, my other show, and I'm grateful for all of the many national podcast hosts that have come to me and asked me to come on their show to give inspiration to them and to their audience. That's what's making me really grateful. And tonight, I want to thank Spirit and the universe for sending me that deer and just having that deer look at me. It was just so priceless. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning. I know I got to catch a little bit of sleep, but I'll be back later tonight with episode 5. We'll talk more about an attitude of gratitude and how you can start becoming grateful. Remember, gratefulness comes from your heart. You feel it in your heart. Thank you is something we do to be polite. Being grateful and gratitude is something we do from the heart, and we can feel through every muscle and bone, and of course, all the chakras in our body. Have yourself a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys real soon. Take care.